What happened? What happened? Okay, this is probably going to be abbreviation. In light of the subject matter I talked about this earlier, I didn't talk about anything this earlier because you're good, hooray. Uh, but what we've been doing is we've been doing troubleshooting for the last 15 minutes. Oh Lord, last 30 minutes troubleshooting. But what I was talking about earlier was that what I was going to talk about, but what's happening. I had a couple of clips I was going to show, but I don't feel like showing the clips. I'm just going to give you a general synopsis of the clips. Well, maybe I can show you clips. It's a couple of things I was going to talk about. You talk about unnecessary violence in areas that don't need to doesn't need to be violent, especially when there's a need in the area. And then he's going to talk about uh, the crisis of youth being in depression. And then he's going to talk about how one thinks determines how a person becomes and what the person is. So let me see if I can get a couple of clips without see, I just messed up a whole bunch of stuff. So let's see what we're gonna do. We're gonna see what is gonna happen. Oh, I think I put this up almost flawlessly in light of me not um, picking up anything else. So with any type of ease. Let me. I cut that one off. Let me see. Let me see. All right, there we go. All right. ah, well, she moved some questions, y'all. Um, I'm just gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna talk about it. We I was just look at the video earlier, and then Renee sent me a video about violence in the area in Chicago's own Walmart's. Walmart's been closed down in several locations in Chicagoland area. Why? Because people know how to act. People go around complaining about what they don't have, but then they're tearing up the place and looting places. So the uh, uh, corporations have taken specific measures and start to close down the WalMarts. Even in North Carolina, um, I've seen different locations where there were 24-hour WalMarts. They have shut down. They have shut down, or they didn't shut down, but they are not 24 hours. Why? Because it's is more of a headache. Is more a headache to catch the shoplifters, and they're probably losing too much inventory at the late night hours. So therefore, I understand it. But I looked at one Walmart was to 11 o'clock, another one's to 11 o'clock, and this is after the pandemic. So I was thinking something be over 24 hours, but not a Walmart. That is. So that's in this climate. But in Chicago area, they closed major Walmarts down due to too much violence. But then the video stated that a lot of people said, well, we need this Walmart in our community so we don't have to go anywhere out of our community. Yeah, that part. What happened? The part is the part is that they're tearing up the WalMarts or they're stealing in the WalMarts. So therefore, corporate is taking measures to close down the Walmart. So especially in these places, which are called food deserts, and food deserts mean they don't have any nutritional products. They don't have really any go-to grocery stores. Uh, like when we was growing up, with in my generation growing up, every hood had a little small grocery store. But then Walmart came and people bought into the Walmart vision, and because Walmart had everything all in one location, and so you can go in and purchase it within your community. However, some people misconstrue purchase with steal, and so they start stealing. But not as I was growing up, but now, and so therefore these are the repercussions of your action. I tell my kids or my people that I talk to, I say, listen, every action has a consequence. Maybe now or maybe later, but it's still going to come around. As a biblical quote that goes with you reap what you sow. So what are we reaping, people? That's one area. Uh, and and I'm gonna hit that. That's one area, and the other area is that we have individuals. We have adolescents now. Adolescents who are dealing with a depression, with anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. How do you overcome that? Is it because of society, the environment, or is it because of parenting? That's something to talk about. All right, and and the third most pertinent issue at hand is our thought life. As a man thinketh, so is he. And so, if the thoughts are in accordance to peace, harm, love, peace, praise, good things, virtue, then we've had this type of drama in our community. Think of things that are good, that are lovely, that are honest, that are pure, that are virtuous. If there be any praise in these things, think on these things. There lies the rub. The rub is, can you really think on these things in light of everything that's around? Thinking is a discipline. We all have a brain and we all have minds, but we all, but everybody doesn't take careful inventory of what they receive into their mind. Are you the gatekeeper of your eyes and your ears? That will determine your destiny, your future, and the fulfillment of your purpose. Who would you let infiltrate your mind to deter you from your path? Unfortunately, this deterrence is starting at a much younger age and it's progressing on to adulthood, which is leaving us with the byproduct of neglect. Unfortunately, we have a lot of parents wanting to be their best friend of their children. I want to believe that if a child doesn't fear you, they don't respect you. Now, I'm not scared of you where they're shuddering in fear, but fear and reverence, I think there is a thin line. You know what you can say to your parent, and know what you cannot say to your parent. But sometimes when you're too too friendly all the time to your kids, then they get confused. They think you're their classmate, and they may say certain things as if you were their classmate, not meaning to disrespect, but nevertheless still disrespecting. It's a thin line. It's a thin line. We're gonna talk about it. Is anybody coming on? Anybody ask me questions? All right. After we get through all this technical, any questions, please? Help me out, people. Now I got through all this technical difficulty. Y'all gave me all these jokes. Now I'm talking about people that's already on all these jokes. Well, let me go. Let me read down to my oh, got me. You didn't see the link? Are the links on? The link is the link is in the comment section. What you mean I went through too fast? Well, Phil, you doing audio?
Yeah, the links in the.
Oh, hello,
Hello, can
hello.
you hear me?
Oh, I can't hear nothing. Oh, let me see. Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Hello. Now you, I can hear you now, just like Verizon.
Okay, good, good, good. I was gonna put on my headphones and mic. Um, yeah, you didn't have that link up there at first. I said you got jokes. You gonna put it up there? I asked about it.
Hey, Phil, you gonna do audio for me?
Where's Renee tonight?
I don't know. He must be asleep. Let me see.
Is he ever awake when he on with us? His eyes don't let me.
uh, because he sent me some stuff. He must be out. He must be still watering his grass. Okay, I think Phil said he do audio. Let me see. I don't know what was happening. I was trying to work both on the system earlier, and the echo, Lord, it was irritating me.
Yeah, it was like a loop back. You know how like in the old days you call the radio station, but you listening to the radio station and you get that funny echo.
Right.
That's why I kept asking, did you have two devices, two things running at the same time? Like one was looping back through, and it was almost like feedback. You know, when you're on stage, like effect.
Yeah, I did, but I had two on. I had two on. However, I did that before, and it worked. It just didn't work tonight. Let
But
me
did
see.
you have the volume? Don't you usually have the volume down on one where you don't hear it? What did you
I,
do different tonight? That's why I said go back through your checklist. You probably thought I was
yeah,
joking. Go back through your checklist and however your checklist is of what you know that worked. Go back through that sequence of events to see where something because you could have clicked something or did something.
okay, okay, Phil, I hear you. All right, Phil, I hear the news in the background. You, nobody want to hear the news.
Oh snap! Sleepy.
Y'all still want me to sing that Ashley Brothers song or the Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Do the Isley. Do the power because
Because
all the power was
that's what
fighting
we was
tonight.
doing, putting lyrics in the chat while you was going through your technical difficulties.
What you say, Dab? What would you say? You doing what?
Can't find the reasons that I love won't disappear. Can't find the reason. Okay, you don't want me to sing. Never mind. I'm gonna save my
I'm
voice.
trying to find the key.
The only
Ouch!
key
That
I know
hurts.
about is this one to go to this front door over here.
What you say?
You don't expect me to sing on key. It's the Out of Tune Radio Network. Every time we sing, it's out of tune.
Oh, the
Anyway,
reason,
I
reason
can't
to
even
be
remember what
real.
the reason that we here all
Everybody
holding
playing that
on,
song and they do a good job. A
all in
really
the
good job.
love.
You've been
We're gonna
drinking.
edit all of this out anyway, so I
You,
don't even know why I'm doing
I may
this.
keep this one. Yeah, you sound you've been drinking brown.
Like what you drinking on the air? No, I ain't gonna say that. They gonna be
Water.
thinking you drinking vodka.
It's some in that cup. All them problems tonight.
Okay, Listen, everybody out there, this is a family show,
Uh,
kids night.
uh,
It was what? We went through it so fast because I usually have a question or a comment about your messaging.
okay, 3 segments. Uh, Relation some good information, but I wasn't trying to do it again. I already missed the first 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I was trying
But
to
you
put.
talked about the food deserts and stuff like that. But see, that was a good point.
Okay.
On the one hand, you will have these stores who come in and they take over. And the mom and pop stores, they drive out of
Right.
business. So then what happens when they fail? That's what we have now, what's going on with Walmart pulling out of the community in Chicago. And what they often do, which I think is a problem, is they will use the excuse that oh, people are stealing from us, this, that, and the third. But you know what? Loss uh, prevention is a big risk that all businesses have to face, be it an employee or people off the street or whatever. So one, they should have that built into their business model when they coming in the first place. And in
Yeah,
the
but you,
second
you
place, I do not like that they seem to only want to pull out of our neighborhoods first. Why is okay? You losing money. What can we do to make it not where you're not losing money? Number two, you
stop
freaking
stealing.
oversaturate the market in the first place with all of these stores on every other corner, or too many stores in the first place. So that's part of the issue too. So if you can't make the numbers work, now you're gonna blame it on my community when you drove out my mom and pop store that's been there for
Yeah,
30
but
years.
if you still, I mean, come on, let's be logical and fair here. People are in business to make money, and if you're losing your profits from stealing, you can't expect those
I
companies
can't
to
hear
stay
you.
there.
You said you can't hear him.
I can't. No, I can't.
Wait, wait, wait. Are you, why you can't hear
Can, can you
Renee?
hear me?
I don't know. I
I
thought
can
that
I can hear
somebody
you,
was
Renee.
asleep.
Oh,
I can hear you.
I can I can hear him too.
Yeah, I hear Phil
Are
loud
you?
and clear
I don't know
also.
why I can't hear them talking, but
You
I can only hear you.
wait, wait. You on the phone, right? Yeah. You can't hear them. Do you got your computer up?
Yeah, I usually do hear them through the phone. Okay, but you know what? I will just let them answer the question, and I'll
No,
turn back up my.
they did answer it.
What did they say?
Well,
Wait a minute. I'm gonna just ask them what they said, but let me get off the phone so I can hear them,
Okay.
I, I think Renee
and
was
we'll
about to
call
give
you
a
back.
response.
Well, maybe you in my ear, but you won't. Wait, wait. You got your stuff up, but you can't hear them.
I can't hear them, so let me get off the phone with you, and
Oh,
you tell them to repeat what they just said, and I can turn the TV back up so I don't hear the echo.
oh, you gonna put it on mute? That's what you mean.
Right. So
Okay.
let me put you on mute
Yeah.
and turn the TV up. And then I'm going to have them to repeat what they just said. And I'm going to ask for a raise with my associate producer duties for tonight.
Y'all
Go
didn't hear
ahead,
me,
Renee.
did you? Y'all didn't
Uh,
hear that.
Okay, go
yeah.
right ahead.
He have
Tito,
selective
you're up
hearing.
first, and then we'll have Renee respond.
I,
Okay.
I
Wake up,
didn't.
Renee.
I go ahead,
Wake up.
Renee.
Wake up, Renee.
Yeah,
I'm not asleep. I'm fully awake.
You put some
your
shades
eyes say
on.
different, brother.
Yeah. Like
I
you on the
mean,
pillow.
no, I'm reclined in
That's usually how you go to
the
sleep.
chair. Huh?
Yeah, I
No.
usually recline.
But getting back to the topic at hand. Can you hear me clearly? Listen, you
I can
come
hear
on.
you.
Yeah, we
We
can
have
hear
to
you.
we have to be logical and we have to be fair. People are in business to make money. That's called capitalism, and it's good. If these stores in these communities, and from what I heard from that particular video, the guy said that those Walmarts have not made a profit in over 17 years, but they were taking it on. They were just sort of like taking it, right? And then the new administration comes in. They were talking about like maybe raising their taxes and all this. Listen, come on now. Let's be logical. Let's be reasonable. You own a store. You're trying to make money. If people are stealing, they're gonna leave. I mean, they, that's just logic. So these Walmarts closed because they weren't making any money. And you can be upset saying, it's our community and why is this and that. But listen, if you want it to don't happen, go to your community, tell them stop stealing.
I have a question, Renee. You said they haven't been making money in 17 years.
Yeah.
So they've been breaking even for 17 years and they just not decide that, hey, I'm done. When you think if they was in the business of making money, they would have did that sooner. I'm just asking the question.
Yeah, because well, what they were saying in this particular video was that so they voted for these new uh politicians, and these new politicians are saying they're going to raise the taxes on them. So in other words, you're this big company, you need to pay your fair share. So let me get this straight. I'm not making a profit, but I'm not making a profit, but okay, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it because I'm not making a profit. But then on top of that, now you're coming and saying, well, we're gonna tax you more. Yeah, there's a breaking point. People say, okay, you know what? Enough's enough. We
But
weren't
don't
making any profit anyway, and now you're gonna tax us even higher. You know what? We're out.
I
What happened? Mm.
don't the taxes get passed on to the consumer anyway? I mean, by what we pay a little bit more. I mean, I'm just trying to I don't know much about it. I don't, but I'm just trying to educate myself.
They,
It seemed
you
like it
know,
would be like when I worked for a doctor's office, if medicine went up and stuff supplies went up, it kind of got passed on
yeah,
to the
right, but
customer.
there's a limit. But see, you have to remember, not that I fully get 100% all this, but my understanding, there's a limit point. So okay, so we're losing money. Fine, we won't close. We'll stay. We try to keep the prices like this. New politicians comes and go. Hey, you guys are here. You're Walmart. You're worth so much money. We're gonna tax you higher. It's only fair that you pay your fair share. There's only so much cost. Remember your Walmart, because then if you do, then they'll be complaining, hey, why is this Walmart so expensive? That's not fair. This is a food desert. I think from my understanding of it, there's a point where the company says, you know what? Okay, enough's enough. We're just gonna leave. You know, and I think you can complain about our communities, but dude, come on, stop stealing. Stop man. You it's always somebody else. Okay, let me calm down. It's
Okay,
always somebody else's fault. It's not anyone's fault. It's your fault. You, the community, do better. If you value what you have, you'll keep it. If you don't value it, people are gonna go, okay, that's it. It's enough. We're out.
uh-huh. Okay, okay. I mean, I understand that portion. I understand that point of view. One more question. I'm play devil advocate here. Um, what was they losing per year from shoplifting? Um, that they didn't see this problem sooner and said we should pull out
Well,
because they
the
had to pay
particular,
taxes. They had to pay taxes before then. Before they was talking about a tax
yeah.
increase. What? How much revenue was they losing because of
Um,
shoplifting
well,
per
like I
year?
said, the article he only went into but so much, but it was saying that they weren't making any profit. Okay, so whatever they were bringing in from the stealing and from the tax, now a new set of politicians come in and they're even more anti-corporation, and they're saying, "Oh, we're going to raise it even more." So I guess they just got to a point with they made a corporate decision of okay, enough's enough. And here's the other part you have to also think is, we are in a was it recession. So inflation's already going up, right? So I think they just made a business decision that okay, this is just not it's just not in our interest anymore. So they It was four Walmarts. And here's the thing though, and you know what they closed the four Walmarts down. They didn't give them much notice, but I understand that also because you know what the people did when they did tell them they were closing in a week. The video, it's in the video. They started rioting
They
and tore
did.
the stores up.
That's
They
a
started
that's
looting the stores
I see that as a big problem in communities. I kind of, from just history of seeing every time something happen, what neighborhood get tore up, you tap your own neighborhood. Why? You destroy what's in your own neighborhood. Why? Um,
Yeah, don't make too much sense.
I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure out why, if we all are struggling together, why would I destroy the little infrastructure that I have within my community? Why would I destroy it? Why would I? I don't care if it's another race running that little corner store or whatever, but why would I? Why would I tear up that store if that store been a pillar of my community, helping support my community by providing needs that we, you know, providing things that we need, that we don't have to travel outside our community. We may not have transportation to travel outside our community. So I
because some
I don't
people don't value their own
mentality.
community. They don't value. Some people they don't value their own community. I'm a firm believer that your first teachers are your parents and your first classroom is your family. People learn how to treat each other by parents teaching you how to treat them and your brothers and sisters. Be kind, say thank you. Did you share with your brother? Right? They learn how to treat each other. But when you grow up, when you have communities that are based on broken homes, they're not learning those lessons. They're not learning to care about each other. Look behind you, hold the door, say thank you, smile at people, treat them with kindness. They're not learning these lessons. And a lot of these communities, it grows into how they treat the people and the businesses. They tear it up. They, like the other day, I was at the farmer's market and the little girl went to put the trash, and it missed. It hit the floor. And I was like, hey, young lady, no, pick that up. Don't, pick it up. I saw you missed it. Pick it up. Now she ignored me, but still, I did say something like, hey, no. My point is saying now is it all starts. So God created a man. He gave the man a wife, and he's created a family. Families come together, create communities. Communities create societies. What people aren't learning in their families is reflected in their societies. So you aren't taught how to value each other, so you don't value your communities. And you get then when people say, okay, we're not dealing with, you get angry, and it's always, oh, why you're not doing so in my community, and oh, it's always race this and race that. No, why don't you try? Trust me, let's be logical. Any company, if they're making money, they're not gonna go nowhere because we know that's the bottom line. If they're making money, oh, they're gonna, because that's just the nature of capitalism. So in this particular video that I sent, Byron, the guy was just commenting on that these stores are being hit heavily. You're mistreating them. Sure, it's Walmart. Yeah, and then these new politicians come in, and their attitude is, oh, you're Walmart, so you need to pay your fair share. And yeah, eventually somebody's gonna go, you know what? We've had enough. We're out. And I don't blame them.
I understand. I understand. I understand everything you just said, and um, so I will be quiet. I totally understand. I'm glad that you was able to articulate your thoughts that well to help me to understand.
Phil, what you think? Phil,
I,
Phil,
he's
what you
probably
think?
muted
Oh,
still.
I'm still here.
Yeah, what you think? That I mean, that's neck of your woods, So that's heart of Chicago. So he's talking about how people are tearing up stuff, and they're stealing, and then they start looting the place when they say they're gonna shut it down. I guess they said they're gonna shut it down, so we're gonna tear y'all up. is a moot point because it does no benefit for me to go to jail. Um,
Well, you know what? I can never speak about when people tear up their own and looting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching one of the shows some time ago, and what stuck out. This was during the George Floyd situation. Said something to the effect of, "Well, I'm not concerned about those shop owners and stuff. They have insurance." And I sort of wanted to just throw my shoe at the TV and say to him, "No, you know what? That still affects my community. That
right.
means I won't have a place to go and shop. It isn't about those people having insurance." So,
Mhm.
on the one hand, I do agree with some of the stuff that Renee is saying, but on the other side, that particular store, they were talking to one of the stores is down the street from me. That store is always packed. Now, how the hell you gonna tell me you're not making money or breaking even? So, who are you fooling? That's some BS.
Well, it can be
That
pet.
store isn't making money. I know, it's other dynamics to it, and I know from being in advertisement too, and working in marketing, I know how people will use, um, words and semantics. We not making money. We not doing this. But that store is always crowded. So if they're not making any money, what is your definition of not making money?
Well, just because it's
Yeah,
crowd doesn't mean everybody's buying. A portion of it
exactly.
somebody could be
No,
stealing.
Yeah,
no,
those people
no,
might
no,
be
no, no.
stealing too.
Everybody in that store is buying. That line is all the way to the back, and they have every line in this store open. And as a matter of fact, I
But those,
used to hate going in that store for that reason because it was always crowded.
But you know
yeah,
that
but
it's a form.
that doesn't mean
They
they were
used to have the
shopping though.
the
Sorry.
right.
Mhm.
You know that the scam that they had going on where somebody they buy one product and get 10. They'll scan it, then stick the rest in the bag. So
And no, we start putting cameras in the sky for that. That is like 1990s stuff that people used to do. That stuff grocery stores caught on to a long time ago. So that's another subject for another time and day. So I still want to know about the not making money and all of that. I do agree what he's saying about tearing up and all of that, but I know that they sometimes use that stuff as excuses not to invest in us. Because we'll take, okay, let's take a store in Inglewood versus a store in Chatham. Loss theft prevention is something that stores have to deal with, period, across the board. People in Inglewood, yeah, that's a poorer community than Chatham, but don't think the people in Chatham aren't stealing because they are. So that's another thing. And I think it's just about finding answers to all of this because I don't know all the answers. I don't know all the answers. And I sort of throw stuff out there, you know. And Renee arguing my stuff down, but, at the same time, he was right on a couple of things, but he's still asleep. He ain't fooling nobody. He's talking about
Trying to
so
say he
that's
need to
what I
wait.
had to say about that.
oh, let me see if I get a clip. Let me see what they saying.
Also, this is another commentary. Somebody,
Yeah, but I'm trying to see what. Let me see. Yeah, okay. This is
yeah,
what
I
a
just
girl
want to see
saying.
the clip. I don't want to hear his opinion because his opinion is gonna be his opinion. I just leave it like that
I don't,
because it's all about a person opinion.
let's listen. See, y'all saw what it was?
No,
It's
I
like
didn't see anything. What just happened?
It's blurred.
you
Your
don't see it?
email is up. Pull your email and stuff out. Thank you.
Well, you guys see something? I don't see nothing.
I just seen like flashes, look like trash and stuff on the floor and stuff like that. Um,
Uh,
the thing
maybe I
is
see Open UC.
the as I was
Well,
saying,
it's like Thursday night
sometimes people
sports
have
on
their own
video.
agenda, and I'm the
Right,
type
it's
of
like it's water in the floor.
it's
What you guys are looking at something right now? What did
Renee. If
you
your
see
eyes
something?
is open, you'll be able to see clearly too.
What do you mean? My screen is frozen. My screen is
Your
frozen.
how your stream frozen, and I see you moving.
You what? You see me moving my hand now?
I just see
Yes,
your
I see you moving your hand, Renee.
Oh,
your
My
I don't
eyes
see
are
you.
open,
no.
Renee.
I don't. I
I
just
don't
see
see
your
you
head.
guys.
You don't see me? Oh,
No, I don't.
trying to say I'm
I
dark.
hear I
I
hear
just
you
see your head.
clearly, but I don't see you. So you see me doing this?
Yes, I see you moving around.
No,
I see
I
Oh,
don't
you.
see that. I don't know.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I don't see
I
nothing.
can see clearly now. The
Uh,
moonshine.
Uh, oh yeah, I see your hand now. You delayed. You really delayed.
uh,
I just saw your
Oh
hand.
hey, you might need to go back to the store and get you another AOL CD-ROM.
no, I'm on a tablet. I'm on a Samsung tablet. I know what I'll do. I'm gonna start it over again. Hold on.
We're
See
about
if I
to
undo it.
Renee.
If I
Yeah,
do, whoops.
Renee did explain it well.
Yeah, he had a. It was very 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 valid what he said. As he put it together well. I actually understood what he was saying. Um, that I think we need to as communities we need to police ourselves. It's just like it is we need to police ourselves, and we need to support each other within that community. If I start a store, if if I start a company within that community, I feel like that community should be one of my biggest supporter because I'm bringing more revenue to that community, and most likely people within that community is probably going to be working for my company. So I'm invested as if if we invest more in ourselves and support each other, I think it would cause us to take ownership in a lot of things, and some of the craziness wouldn't happen because you're like, hold on, this is my community. I think of some I learned about recently, probably the last couple of years, and I've seen a couple of documentaries. Um, the Black Wall Street, how the community thrived.
Right.
If we had more of that within our community amongst ourselves, and we're supporting each other, I think it would be better because now we got more control. Because now people that's in the community that want to act up or be a certain way, it won't be as easily tolerated, and either they gonna fall in line or they gonna go on about their business. Um, so
You, you got a good.
we can we
Good.
can't loot every time we don't agree with something or we're frustrated about something. And I don't, and when I say we, I don't mean as in just my people. I mean for everyone. We can't we can't result to them type of hostile actions because we don't agree. We got to be more. We got to be more. We got to. I want to say savvy, but I don't think that's the proper term for this right now. We have to be more. Hmm, I'm a loss for words. I'm sorry. Um, but we somehow got to get it together where we work together and we respect each other. If Walmart want to pull out, yeah, it hurts. It really do hurts because I can only imagine if a store in my community and that's the only way I could buy groceries or what I need because I don't travel outside of my community or I don't have transportation to go anywhere else. I can see how that can be a hardship. Uh, but at the same time, that hardship, other than us taking it out in that way, let us group together and we create something in our community where we can support our community themselves, ourselves rather. Kind of like how you like think about civil rights when they boycotted, everybody got together, they boycotted, they did what they had to do to get their point across, and it wasn't necessarily violence. It hit them where it hurts the financial pocket,
Right.
and I know looting does that, but at the same time, it makes other people don't want to come in there to support that community at the same time. So it, it has both sides have their consequences, and I just really think that us as a community and a community need to police themselves, need to create their own type of revenue, their own things, bringing in their own things so they can be able to be more self sufficient. I wouldn't, as a man, I wouldn't bring in another man and say, hey, I need you to run my house as the head of my household. I mean, they got some crazy TV shows like that, but hey, I wouldn't do that as a man. Um, so
Yeah.
I just see it as a community. We need to police ourselves. We need to come together and create things within our community to support our community, whether we all getting together and we starting our own grocery store.
And you know that that's been done as well as now. Black Wall Street was not the only successful black community in Wilmington, North Carolina. They pretty much ran all the blacks out of town. Wilmington was pretty much was very successful. They literally just ran them out of town and just took it over.
Wow,
I
that's
don't know.
you said
Yeah, they,
Wilmington, North
uh,
Carolina.
Wilmington, North Carolina. They ran
Wow,
them out of
I
town.
never heard that. And, that's 45 minutes south of me. I go to Wilmington all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I have a friend. I have a friend from Wilmington. He said, "Man, that's the history. It was successful, and they just got together and ran them down, and nobody's going to really prosecute in that fashion. I'm pretty sure it's around the same time. Um, is within the 20th century, not 21st century.
Hmm.
So that's so things have been done. Then you have to look at what was the powers that be. I, I'm I'm the point to believe whoever controls the land calls the plan.
Hmm.
Um, but it has to be strategic to a certain extent. And now we was talking about talk about the Walmart. We was talking pretty much talk about community and the essence of people wanting things to be uh, in their community. It allows to be, I think, in their mindset, it's more convenient. I get the things I need. I can be more successful and be as I go out to try to make a living for my family and my future. Now I got a video. I'm gonna switch over to success. I think I got it strummed up. It's a video. I think Steve Harvey is asking Jake's something about what is success. So let me see if I can get it up. Right. Okay. Screen.
You got it queued up to the right
All
part.
right. Yeah, I got queued up.
Okay.
Uh, I think I did. Yeah. Shucks, I had it. I just got on the screen. In my edge. Share. Ah, snap. So let me then pull it down again. Oh no, I just do this. I'll just do this.
Last time we lost Renee.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, I'm already
Yeah,
bracing
no.
myself. I'm bracing myself to be lost again.
All right, here we go. Facebook. All right, screen. Share. Is that you see the Google up?
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm?
All right. So let's
Don't you need to
look
hit
at it.
the squares for you can click on your YouTube? I see. Are you gonna show us? You gonna read your emails?
No, you can't see the emails. Okay.
I see Google Workplace coming up.
You can't see the
Workspace
email.
rather.
No, no, I don't care about that.
I s-
Yeah, but it's all
Okay.
okay. It's just this slow. Am I alone? I had it up before. Yeah, Google Workplace. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, here we go. All right.
Hey boy, that little wheel is turning. You you need to get more processing power or more bandwidth
You
ones.
think?
Yo, you need to get broadband, get off that dial up.
what is?
Well, I can't afford to tell the person to stop riding that ride on that treadmill. All right. Okay. You see him? All right.
Now the email is still up.
Oh, he don't sound.
I don't even see a video right now.
You hear it?
Uh-uh. I think we're gonna have to give up on this.
Did you hear it?
No,
Oh Lord, I hear nothing. Oh Lord. Okay. Okay. Oh man.
No,
Okay.
we're looking at your email.
You sure lie.
I told you that. You said you didn't care about us looking at your email. I was about to email these people.
Yeah. I thought. All right. Let me see. Let me see if it.
Renata went to sleep.
I'm not asleep.
Yeah.
I, I just put the tablet down, waiting for the video stuff. See, right now I'm holding the tablet in my hand, so I just
But
put it on my. I just laid it down.
your eyes closed.
No, my eyes are not closed. My eyes are open. I see the full tablet and the TV over there.
The reels come up yet? Yeah, it's up now.
I
Yeah, some just changed.
Yes, I'm just changing. I seen reels, and then now I see us. Yeah. You need to get your producer on this.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Let me see. This makes it very more feasible.
Oh,
One
I'm
shit.
trying to get the if my check would clear, all of this stuff would work.
let me see.
Who was that?
I, man, something wrong with that bank.
Hey,
Something wrong with that
I'm
bank.
still
Let me
waiting on
see.
my cup. Who else waiting on their cup? You waiting on your cup, Renee?
I gave up on that a long time
Well,
ago.
supply chain. It's supply chain issues. Supply chain. It's supply chain issues.
That's
Yo.
next week. I'm gonna have my personal coffee cup in my hand.
What
If
is,
you supply the change, the supplies will come through.
what you say?
He
If
got
I
a
supply the
valid point.
change, what?
That was a valid point.
Is that if I supply the change?
The change.
What you trying to say? I'm drinking. I'm not drinking. If you supply change, then those cups will come through.
Change, change, change. Change your
He
food.
don't want to understand.
Oh.
You don't want to understand what he said. He said that clearly.
Okay, forget this. You gonna look at this way. All right. Oh, let's see. All right. What's your thoughts?
I agree. Live in the now. Not that it's easy to do, but I agree. There's a passage in the Bible that says, like the fire and like the grave, the eyes of man are never satisfied. So there's a bend and twist in men that we're always looking ahead. But I think, yeah, it is important to try to live in the now and enjoy and take in where you are right now while you're on the way to where you're going. So I do agree with him there.
Right.
And I believe the Bible supports that mentality also. Because remember what Jesus said? He said, don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow has its own problems. God will take care of you. But even Jesus said that, don't worry about what you're going to eat, what you're going to drink. Don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow has, you have a sufficient grace for today. So I agree.
I think biggest thing he said, make your own story. Um, what's the second point?
Then he
Remember the
said
second
something
point?
about being. I don't. I remember make your own story, but what isn't it? Something about being happy too. Make your own happy. Tell your own story or
Yeah,
something like that.
make your own happy, make your own story, and enjoy the journey.
Yeah, I agree.
You make your own
But
happiness.
now,
Yeah, you have to create your own happiness.
now I would interject. I would modify that a little bit, just slightly,
How so?
because because we're different in that way. I believe there's a passage in Ecclesiastes where King Solomon said, "What you're going to be has already been determined. So don't waste time arguing with God about it." I think you don't want to just make your own story. I believe every human being should seek and receive their assignment from God. Because if you make yourself your own
Well,
standard, you might deceive yourself
I think I
and then you
misspoke.
say what?
I think I may have misspoke. I know you create your own happiness. Let me see. You have to own your own happiness.
Now I agree with that, yes.
Okay.
Own your
Yes.
right, right, challenge your own story. It's different. Not create your own story, but you challenge your own story. And I believe that what do you mean the challenge your own story because you write the story based on what you receive from the people who groomed you. So therefore, you grew up to believe one thing. Challenge a story that's been instilled in you as a youth, and you think that you're supposed to become. challenge it to see if that's the way God, if that's the story God wanted. Meaning, eat the meat, spit out the bones. Assess what's working, assess what's not working. What creates passion and what creates misery. So I don't think, and I think your point was that's how I said I misspoke. That's why I think it's good to challenge a story because every story that you think is yours is really what you heard. You're gonna be this, you're gonna be that, you're gonna be this. But is
Yeah,
that what
you
you're supposed to be?
just like your
But that's what you're
dad,
supposed to be.
stuff like that. Yeah, I got you.
Just like your
Yep.
daddy. Good
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
nothing,
Yeah.
no one tooth having. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna be nothing. Yeah, yeah, you just like your dad. You gonna be no
Unibrow
good and
having
such. That's the story.
pigeon toe
Yeah,
not but no. Okay, I'm sorry.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I mean, so I think everybody because if you don't challenge your story, you grew up, you'll end up believing the mess in somebody else's message
Well,
about you, man. But say,
you
whose report will you believe? Oh, you're young. Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry.
and they also then enjoy the path. Everybody, yeah. Everybody's thinking about the prize, but nobody thinks about the process. You forget you you actually disregard your whole life and you're just looking for the goal. What about the highlights in the path? All people say, no, it's drudgery. I'm just trying to get to the goal. But you don't never enjoy the path. There's a lesson in every step. Prophet
Yeah.
Bobby Brown said, every little step I'm take.
Oh, okay. Wow. I
Okay.
didn't know
Bobby
he
G.
was elevated. I'm sorry. I didn't get that memo.
Every little step I take.
But
Me.
hmm, how would you relate that to what we was talking about, the discussion?
um, you're own your own happiness. Stop. I guess kind of relates back to what Renee was saying. Stop stealing because in some people's mind, stealing is making my happiness. I only can have. I only can be happy if I get what other people have, even if I don't buy it. So I get these shoes. I take it, and I can become what I think I need to be based on the stories that's been told me. The story didn't tell me that I can go make it for myself. The story said you need to have it in order to become it by any means necessary.
So you saying material possessions makes some people? That's what you're saying?
I'm saying that's the story.
That's their
That's the
story.
story that they've been told.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the
oh,
story.
you
That's the
you gotta have
superficial
you
story.
got
That's the material story.
okay, got you.
You gotta
I
have
can
what? You gotta
no,
have it to become it.
yeah. When it is just a thing and it doesn't define a person.
Right, right. And the joy comes from the inside.
Yeah, it does.
Happiness, yeah, happiness. It depends on what's happening. In my opinion,
True.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
when the three Hebrew boys can smile in the midst of fire. That's what you call joy. The joy manifested itself and right beside them
hmm,
and brought them out and brought them out. So I thought those points was good. And let me see. And I had another one. And I'm gonna do just what I just did. Um, and this is a real quick one. It's about the oh man,
whoa,
I
that's a
saw
long.
I saw. All right, there we go. Here we go. No, that ain't it. What- What's this?
You watching some dude
All right.
strip?
Just keep going.
What the world?
I have learned over
No.
the size of your dreams. There's a matter of conscience. I have learned. Just keep going. You have to learn to select your thoughts the same way that you select your clothes every day. Now, that's a power that you can cultivate. You want to come here and you want to control your life so bad, work on the mind. And that's the only thing you should be trying to control. Because if you can't master your thoughts, you're in trouble forever. You have to learn to select your thoughts the same way that you select your clothes every day. Now, that's a power that you can cultivate. You want to come here and you want to control your life so bad, work on the mind. And that's the only thing you should be trying to control. Because if you can't master your thoughts, you're in trouble forever. You have to
All right.
select your thoughts
Thoughts?
the way that you select.
Yeah, yeah. He was repeating the same thing over and over. Um, I'm sorry, I'm getting
Thoughts?
tired.
Fear. Yeah, I know. I know. I see.
My
Cause
eyes looking
you
like
like
Renee
Renee.
right now.
I'm still here.
I'm looking like
What's that? What's that? And Fear, what's your thoughts on that clip?
Oh, I was multitasking.
Oh,
So I could hear it, but I couldn't see it.
yeah. Okay. Renee, what's your thoughts on that?
So you can hear me, right? Can you see me?
yeah, yeah. I can
Okay.
see.
All right. The screen is
Yeah,
frozen,
you
but
can't see
okay.
us because your eyes closed. Okay,
I can hear you. I can't. My screen is frozen. I can hear you though. Yeah.
but did you hear the clip? Go ahead.
Yeah. I did hear the clip. Select your thoughts. So
Okay.
I understand. I mean, it's. I just feel like I get what they're trying to convey to some extent, but I do believe that it's a mistake to make you the center of you. Um, and I believe that that's kind of more new age thinking. New age is about, um, you have what you think, um, control your thoughts. You can think it into existence. You can, learn to love yourself. New age is more about you, man, being the center of it all. I personally believe that, well, as a Christian, my goal is to be Christ centered and Christ focused. And the more I look at Jesus, the more the Holy Spirit transforms me into the image of God, which will affect how I think. So I will think better because I'm becoming more like God.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't, but I get it. That's, remember that famous book, The Secret? And, you know, so a lot of that I feel like is out here in society now is a lot of that. Control your thoughts, think it. You'll attract what you think. You're okay. But I personally feel like that's not the Christian way. Like the Mandalorian would say, this is the way. No,
Well,
Jesus is the way.
um, I have this different point of view, but what's your point of view, Tito?
Oh, what I think, um, what the guy was trying to convey was that it starts with your mindset. It's like
Right. Right.
it's like it starts with you. It's what you think, what you believe. You gotta convince yourself, hey, I'm the best basketball player, I'm the best at this. And it's what you think of yourself. And then as you think of like if you think of yourself highly, um it's less crap that you're going to take from others. It's less, it's how you believe in you going to determine how you're going to let other people treat you. That's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting from it. Like if I think of myself highly and I've changed my mindset to think of myself highly, it's certain things I'm not going to do because it's below the standards that I set for myself. If I say, hey, I don't want to, I don't want to drink, and I think of myself that as I got in my mind, I don't want to drink. It's more difficult for me to pick up that bottle of alcohol than it is not to. But if I don't think that, hey, I don't want to drink, I have it in my mind is made up, and like, no, that's not it for me. Um, like,
Right.
drugs, it's not it for me. I have seen what drugs do. That's not my thing. I laugh about it, I joke about it, but that's not my thing because I've seen how how drugs can affect people, can affect communities and things like that. So I put it in my mind. My mindset say, hey, drugs is not my thing. So when I'm around drugs, or if I'm going to be around an area and I notice there's drugs there, I leave. That's not for me to be because that's not my thing. That's like if I say, hey, I'm gonna try to be the best man that I can be. That means, hey, I'm gonna be my mind and my mindset saying, hey, I'm gonna be the best man. That means I'm doing everything in my power be the best version of a man that I can be, other than just folding and falling to everything that's out there. So I think it do start with your mindset. Um, you know, we can use sports. If a person playing sports don't believe that they are the best or that they are good at what they do, it's going to show in their performance because other than keep going and keep fighting through, they're going to give up every time they hit adversity or something happened or they didn't execute this play as it was designed. But if you feel like but if you got your mindset saying, hey, I'm the best or I'm going to be the best, guess what, you're going to keep running that play until you get it right, and you're going to learn
Right.
from your mistakes. But that's a mindset, and that's what I think he was trying to convey with what he was saying.
Right. I don't necessarily think that it was new age directed. Uh I think no, the Bible has a lot of principles that can be used, and people. Napoleon, I don't hear any history book stating that he was a believer. However, but they said, but he loved the Bible because that Bible has a lot of principle and practical application in life, family, and work that people utilize throughout the centuries. And like a scriptures in Matthew, it said, "Cast down every imagination, every high thing that is all itself against the knowledge of God." Bring in
Mhm.
captivity every thought into the obedience of Christ. However, with that being said, if you think of things that's good, lovely, pure, virtue, good rapport, if there be any virtue or any praise in those thoughts, think on those things. So that's not new age, but it's a way of filtering what's coming in so you can focus on what needs to happen when you're trying to obtain the goals. A lot of people deal with a lot of trauma,
Uh-huh.
and it's something, and they bring the trauma, the past trauma, unbeknownst to themselves, to their present,
Hmm.
which kind of propels their future. And so they're working on their past so they can live in their present. So if they don't take control of their thought, if they don't actively discipline themselves to control their thought life, then the thoughts of the past will control their present. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense to me
Yeah.
because the
And
first thing.
sometimes, mm,
Go ahead. I say it makes sense to me because the
it's
first thing
because
we both keep trying to talk at the same time. Go ahead, Dr. D.
I was saying that because some trauma is so intense that it permeates your very fiber because it's a good and bad in it. And that's why some medication helps to kind of keep the bad back as you deal with the good to kind of remember Venom, Spider Man.
Yeah.
Anybody familiar with Spider Man?
Yeah, we know the
And
character
remember
Venom.
the Venom?
Yeah, Venom. He was an alien
Okay, I need a response.
symbiote.
right. So, but he's trying to pull Venom off of him. It's Spider Man there, but trying to he want the good stuff, but he want the bad stuff. So he's trying to it bad. Like Venom priest is Venom. So it like stuff just got on him and it took over him. And I think that's what some trauma does. It takes over him. And that veil took Venom off. It took Venom off. And then Spider Man can still be strong within himself. So I think that, and I think some Medicaid it helps with the proper coping, the tools to deal with things, so you can do things in perspective. Because everybody knows you don't know what everybody's been through. Some people war,
That's
some people
true.
abuse, neglect, and
Yeah,
then and so he's like, well, you just take Jesus. He said, yes, I got Jesus. I said, but Jesus got me to go talk to such and such. And yeah, so I mean, yeah, I get you on a different wavelength, where Renee, yeah, I do hear people saying that you focus on this, focus on that, and focus on these crystals, that, yes, sage, that's new age.
yeah. See, yeah,
And
yeah.
walk
That
in sage, that's new age. Yeah, but I think this clip was pretty much what Julie Roberts, she was dealing with something, and he was saying, listen, this is what you can control your thoughts. You can control what other people do, but you can control how you allow your thoughts to run wild, pull it in. That's what you can control. Remember, I've said this before. You can't control what people do to you, but you can control how you respond.
hmm
Now it may take more work than others, but you can't control it. That's why it permeate, getting the Bible in you with discipline. It's a good discipline to have, so you can have certain tools. Yeah, so I agree with that. So with that being said, I want Tito going to sleep, and I can't have two
Ah,
people sleep on broadcast.
Cheetah went to sleep.
No, no,
I'm
no,
struggling
no.
here. I
He
ain't,
froze. He froze too. He froze too.
Oh yeah.
He got his finger on. Yeah, he froze too. Yeah. So with
Oh.
that being said, I think we come. Man, I wish I got on time. I'm work this thing out prior. So deal with um is the mentality certain people have, expecting they need to have certain things, and they'll take care of when they have them. And then
amen.
it all goes to a specific mindset. They want success, but what it costs. And that kind of it goes to the environment, or it goes to upbringing. But after a while, when you're 45 years old, you will keep on blaming the man. Then you got to take charge of your thoughts.
hmm
And so, as a man thinketh, so is he. So, what are you thinking about? And that's what we all need to do constantly. Uh, uh, Reboot our thought patterns, so we can focus on, have something in ahead of us, and then focus on the steps to get there, because they may be adjusted, but that's still part of the journey. That's what makes it exciting, having something to shoot for, and the roads that it takes to get there. All right, people.
All right.
I do appreciate you. Y'all take all call good shows, even dick. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Last words.
Can you
Good night.
see me?
What you say?
Can you see me?
I see. I see that you freeze frame. You had your hand up. Now
Oh.
it's down. Now you're not moving. I see you. Yeah. I see you now.
Oh,
And you
okay.
stopped. Okay. Last words.
Good
Jesus is
night.
the way, the truth, and the life.
As
Good
you
night.
know. Uh, the good.
I'm tired.
And yeah, I know. I know. Thanks. I took a nap in rehearsal. Uh, that's why I got a little energy. I still got bags, but I need some cucumbers on these things. Good grief. Ooh, have mercy. It better than it was last week. I saw the pictures. Good God Almighty! All right, people. I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna get those cups. Don't expect it in on 3 4 days. Good grief, I ain't making them.
So you're trying to say he ordered them, Renee? You my witness. You heard the same thing I heard. Why you waving your hand and thumbs up?
Because I can't see you, so I was just curious to make sure you can see me.
Open your
My
eyes.
my eyes.
We can
I
see.
mean, hold on, hold
We can.
on.
No,
I'm
I'm talking
tripping.
about
I'm
look,
talking about
Renee.
my. Uh, I'm still
You taking
frozen.
shrooms? Or you? Yeah. You moving now? Like in
Oh,
the like you drooling and stuff. Like you about to fall over. Oh,
yeah. T- Told you,
are you
dog.
leaning? Oh, yeah. You fresh now. Yeah. All right, people. Let me let y'all go so I can go to get,
All right.
get in
Good
those
night.
shrooms.
Same
Oh,
back time, same back channel.
all right. Yeah. And that's the end. However, just briefly, did Tito, did you get a chance to see my new audio? You have a new audio?
I did the one last week. It was some I started listening to this week. Uh,
Okay. Tell me about the one last week then.
yeah, it got kind of deep. It got real deep as I got into it. Because yeah, I was talking about some real life stuff. So I think it was good. And you say that was unedited.
Yeah, I edited it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, that's unedited. Yeah.
it was good. It was actually good how you was able to talk to her and like and she like kind of like open up. I thought that was good because I think everybody needs someone to talk to, and sometimes I think uh, meeting a stranger is a, a trustworthy stranger that kind of give you a good aura about them. Is good that you can like release some things. And what I seen, it seemed like what I also seen was that she was come to find out she was in the church, but that just show you that we even though you're in the
Right.
church, we still have people that's we still have our problems. It go back to what Paul says, hey, we all filthy rags, you know what I mean? And that was good that y'all can
Yeah.
relate on that level. And I think we need more of that where people like, hey, you know what? I might be a Christian, but I'm still working on that. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect. It's certain things I done put down and I done
Yeah.
stopped, but I'm still not perfect. I can be talking to somebody else and they can do me wrong and the anger might come up and I might say some things. And but that doesn't mean I don't still have that same
Right.
belief, but I'm a work in progress
Right.
rather.
Yeah. The one I got. Yeah. Now the one I had this week, I had to do a couple more. I had to edit this one because she's throwing around too many f bombs.
Oh, that must have been not the one I must
The
have
new
been
one I
clicking
have.
on something else dead.
No, but I have a lot of them. So my goal is to try to put get a day and just cut them up and then put them out. But I ask you to just when you listen to them, just comment on them. Tell them, just give me something.
Okay.
Because most of them they're all raw, and I have a lot of encounters like that. That's why I in them streets it's pretty much raw, and I just let it roll to it
Yeah.
roll to a certain point. And a lot
I
of people
like
get in the car and they come to tears.
I like the realness of it. That's what I was trying to say in a nutshell. I like how real it was because it was unscripted and people just opening up in there and you just talking about things and that's life, that's you don't know who else hear that helps them because that's just being life because sometimes people
Right.
don't want to show you that, hey, they got issues, or they going through a struggle, or they have a past or whatever. They try to show you the old nice and pretty version, but come on, people, it's life. People go through
Yeah,
things. Let's share this so
real
we can
life.
help each other. You
It's
know.
real life.
Uh,
Yeah, because it's on all the podcasts. It's on Spotify, Apple, and everything else. So I'm trying to get that out. So I'm trying to work this weekend to try to. I'm gonna have five in a row for each
okay.
day. I may do 10 in a row, but because I got a whole bunch of them. Yeah. All right. That's sign off call. All right, but thank you for feedback. Yeah, Renee, you already told me. So
Otherwise, he don't want to hear
all
your
right,
mouth.
people.
Okay, I was trying
No,
to help
Renee,
you.
you already told me. You saw it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he talked about it
Renee think
last week.
his stuff keeps freezing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't hear the new one, did you?
No, I
Mm,
don't think I heard it because you talking to Renee. Okay, go ahead.
no, no,
Yeah,
I heard that when he was talking with the young lady, but I haven't heard the new one yet.
and hear the new one. I finished editing. She ain't cussing that much. Cause I cut all the f bombs out.
Thank you. So when I go
If
online,
I
I'm
had to
about to
cut
hear.
it because the first 5 seconds she f. Good grief. And when she was laughing with it though, she wasn't mad. Yeah. And she said, "Why I'm talking to you like this?" That's got so funny. Why am I opening up to you like this? I don't. What? Who are you? That's funny to me. All right, people. Okay, I see Tito's yawning. Yeah, 1,600 hours.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
All right, out, out. Hey, gentlemen, gentlemen, this is the hero, gentleman, Dr. D, and thank you for coming alive, and hey, thank you for looking at the replay. I had technical difficulties at the beginning, but it came out at the end. Now, when you see this version, the technical difficulties probably will be gone. But it's an extensive video, and we talked about some good topics. So, how about you help me help you so we can help others by clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. And don't forget, I got new material on new segment on my YouTube channel, A Hero Journey with Dr. D. But this new segment is called In Them Streets, IMDEM Streets with Dr. D. Look for it on all your podcasts. Spotify, Apple, Google Cast, all that stuff, and or look on the YouTube, and I should be putting stuff out this week. I have stuff out now, but I should be putting more raw material about encounters I have with people who ride and share. But with that being said, if you don't remember anything from this video or for this session, remember this: every day you get a vertical, make it your goal in life to always move forward, and never look back. Why? Because life is just too important to live looking in the rearview mirror. So, we said, this is a hero's journey with Dr. D. Look at my purpose, my purpose playlist, motions playlist, ride and share playlist, and my special new feature in them streets playlist. You will enjoy it. Comment and share. And this is the hero's journey, and this is Dr. D, and we are out.
Wanna move my feet